In the small town of Ravenswood, there was an old, abandoned mansion known as the Blackwood Estate. The townsfolk spoke in hushed tones about the eerie whispers that emanated from its walls at night. No one dared to go near it, except for a group of curious teenagers, Alex, Mia, and Jake. One stormy evening, the trio decided to explore the mansion, driven by a mix of boredom and a desire for adventure. Armed with flashlights and a sense of bravado, they made their way through the overgrown garden and pushed open the creaking front door. The inside of the mansion was even more foreboding than they had imagined. Dust-covered furniture, cobwebs hanging from the ceiling, and an unsettling silence greeted them. As they ventured deeper into the house, they began to hear faint whispers, like the murmurs of a distant conversation. "Did you hear that?" Mia whispered, her voice trembling. "It's just the wind," Jake replied, though he didn't sound convinced. They continued exploring, their flashlights casting eerie shadows on the walls. Suddenly, Alex stumbled upon an old, ornate mirror in one of the rooms. The glass was cracked, but it still reflected their images. As they stared into the mirror, the whispers grew louder, and the temperature in the room dropped. "Let's get out of here," Alex said, his voice shaking. But before they could move, the mirror began to glow with an unnatural light. Their reflections twisted and contorted, and the whispers turned into screams. The room filled with a cold, malevolent presence. "Run!" Mia screamed, and they bolted for the door. As they fled the mansion, they could feel the shadows reaching out for them, trying to pull them back. They didn't stop running until they were safely back in town. Breathless and terrified, they vowed never to return to the Blackwood Estate. From that day on, the whispers in the mansion grew louder, and the townsfolk swore they could see shadowy figures moving in the windows at night. The legend of the whispering shadows became a cautionary tale, a reminder of the dangers that lurked in the darkness.